Alright, everyone, and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts playing as the French. Uh, Again, real quick, I just want to say our Chinese series is started and ongoing. 2 episodes of French a week, 2 episodes of Chinese a week, until we finally just can't go anymore. We are currently pushing and prodding the Italians. We just took the Dominican Republic, and the British are dirty bastards and took Western Spain. So, yeah, here we are. We're 5 months away from Corrupt 1, which will be a huge boost to our overall performance and durability of our ships. So, very nice. Looks like our light cruisers just finished up. The Messenas will be right behind them, with the heavy cruisers right behind that. So we will be looking pretty snazzy. And we just got... Oh, Honduras. Well, well, well. I will take Honduras. I just keep... all these little countries, they're just like, hey, screw you, Frenchie. And I'm just like, haha, screw you. I'm taking your country. It's like, oh, I'm playing historical France. Oh, poor France. Poor France. We understand. We understand. Actually, a little modern day issue for France is its complete and utter loss of its French holdings. Now, what do I mean by that? So a lot of people actually don't know this, but you have a large section of Western Africa that by proxy has been ran by the French since the decolonization of Africa. If you don't have any historical context there, basically after World War II, there was a massive level of decolonization that took place across the world. Many places became their own independent countries soon after, and Africa was one of the biggest receivers of this. Basically 2/3 of Africa became independent within something like 20 years. It was absolutely ridiculous. And if you know why I say it was ridiculous, you and me can be friends. But the situation with Western Africa here is that many of these countries were ruled by the French by proxy. Basically, the French would pour money into the territories and get specific groups that were politically aligned with the French elected into the governments, and then those governments would fully back and support the French. Now, what you have in recent days is several of these countries, Niger, Burkina Faso, what's that other one? It's this one right here. Burkina Faso is Upper Volta, then of course Niger, and I forget what this one is. Mali. I knew it would come to me. But these three countries have kind of led the way. A lot of people, especially people who have no fucking clue about African politics, have been like, oh, they overthrew their governments in a coup, and I'm like, okay, why did they fight a coup? Once you learn why they fought the coup, you sit there and you're like, well, shit. I can't really be mad about that. And mind you, a lot of people, like, you watch the absolute just celebration that followed Niger tossing the French out. Like the French fully departed Niger. Was it last week? I believe it was last week. Or technically this past week, I should say. And the videos of the celebrations that were ongoing throughout that entire time, like following 2 days, were ridiculous. We're talking full fiesta. Full fucking fiesta. Alright, real quick, hold on, I gotta, before I continue talking, okay, so I need to start up the next two Macenas. So let's go ahead and do that. Le Havre. And then we now have our cruiser squadron out of Marseille. Oh, Marseille is heavily overloaded. We might want to shift around some of these forces. Let's go ahead and do this. So, oh wait, those aren't commissioned yet. So we will wait. Okay, yeah, they still need a commission. So we'll wait for them to commission, and then we'll move stuff around. And then we are taking Honduras. Very nice. But yeah, so the situation being, and I keep forgetting to insult the freaking Italians. God damn it. Okay. Somebody beat me upside the head with a bat. Remind me to freaking piss off the Italians. But the point is that, yeah, the French are getting tossed out of their colonies finally. It's like, oh, Jesus, it's actually happening. Mind you, de Gaulle, I actually respect de Gaulle quite a bit. He was a distinct realist within French politics. So a lot of French people actually fucking hated his guts because of what he did. If you don't know the history of de Gaulle, he basically led a coup within the French government, took control of the government, crashed out the economy on purpose because the economic stagnation following the Second World War was so bad during the 50s. You had a similar situation in Italy, which is why in Italy it's referred to as the Bloody 50s, because of the fighting between the fascists, the communists, and then the mob got involved and killed everybody. Oh yeah, no. Italy was fun during the 50s. But with France, the economy had stagnated so hard that they were in fear of turning into what at the time was Western Germany. Because Western Germany was still having a lot of problems, even going into the 50s and whatnot. Like, they were having a lot of problems. And so there was a lot of back and forth, and finally de Gaulle said, you know what, fucking hold my beer. And proceeded to slam-a-jamma the shit out of the French government and said, okay, I'm the boss now, and we're going to do things my way. If you do not like it, here is the door. Mind you, we are in a helicopter. It's, I make that reference on purpose, by the way. Because, well, a certain group of people were primarily the ones responsible for how bad things had gotten. Remember, kids, communism sucks. The Russians learned it. I just have to admit, though, it's going to be really freaking nice. Like, I mean, nice. If this entire chain of islands just is blue. Like, just from Havana to Porto Spain. I believe that, I'm pretty sure this, like, this is the English version of it, but it should be Porto Spain. But just imagine this blue line just running through the middle of the Caribbean. Just mwah. Chef kiss. Just excellent. All right, so let's go ahead and... Okay, I really want to go torpedoes. I really want to get better torpedoes. What are we up to here? We're doing decent there. What are we up here? Oh yeah, we got APCs. So we're doing good here. torpedoes we're lacking in. We just got 11,000? Yeah, 11,000 heavy cruiser, which, oh, so good. Yeah, you know, screw it. We're gonna go torpedo. We're gonna rush down a few levels of torpedo, get to 20-inch torpedoes, and then we're just going to absolutely laugh and cackle as lots and lots of ships get killed by our torpedo boats. Speaking of torpedo boats, actually, we have destroyers unlocked finally. And we really should start producing them. So we have 900-ton destroyers. We can push them to a very, very blistering 34 knots. Let's go ahead like that. Go ahead like that. We do not have armed tower, unfortunately, which really sucks. For those who don't know, if you have the armed tower going a main battery of 3-inch guns, which is what we're going to go with this, going a battery of 3-inch guns is absolutely the way to go. Because if you got this set up, say you have the armed tower, you have the ability to have 5 3-inch guns that are just absolute Gatling guns at the end of the day because they have an incredibly good fire rate. You know, we're looking at 9.02 rounds a minute. And they do decent damage to lighter targets, so it's pretty freaking nice. It's very nice. Now, we are going to go ahead and we're going to make these very minimalistic destroyers because, again, the destroyers and the torpedo boats are meant for defensive purposes. They're not meant to be going out and attacking with the fleet. They're meant to go out and hit hard when the enemy comes close to our coastlines. Now, you might be wondering, like, okay, but why keep them so limited? Because, like, for example, 3-inch guns. Why not go 4-inch guns? The reason why I don't like going 4-inch guns necessarily early on is because things don't necessarily have the best armor anyways. If this was later in the game, like, honestly, if you... And honestly, like, actually, let's look at this real quick. 5.92. 8.64. So we have 3 extra rounds a minute, basically. Let's just round up and just use easy numbers. We have effectively 3 extra rounds a minute. The destroyers are closing the distance anyways, because they need to drop torpedoes at their targets. And we are looking to provide just absolute volumes of fire. Now, yes, are the 4-inch guns good? Yes, very much so. They are absolutely excellent. They are ridiculously good. But, at the end of the day, they're meant to be torpedo boats. Now, if we had 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, whatever kilometer torpedoes, putting bigger guns on them matters at that point, because then you're not within range of your guns and torpedoes. So because we have, in this case, 1.5 kilometer torpedoes, we kind of have to go short range. So there's no real point in putting bigger guns on your stuff, especially after our lessons in the American campaign, with the 5-inch guns on the destroyers that I did. 3 5-inch guns just wasn't cutting it, and I desperately needed more DPS. I think it's justifiable going 3-inch guns at this stage. Now, once we get, again, like 5, like what's the range on these? 6.1. Yeah, I could see putting it up to 4-inch guns once you get to like 5 kilometer torpedoes, which 5 kilometer torpedoes don't take long to get to if you focus it. So let's go ahead and get that, and then we'll put we'll put mine layer 2 on it. Alright, so we can get half an inch of belt armor. Let's go ahead and do that. This is my normal setup for my destroyers. Deck armor on destroyers is worthless. It's not really beneficial until much later. And even then, it's only really good against light shells. So putting anything more than a 10th inch of deck armor on the destroyer is basically pointless. Save the weight, save the cost. A half-inch belt at this time period is not bad, because that means that this thing can actually survive some of the lighter shells out there. Getting up to 2, 3, 4-inch belt, well, yeah, that would be nice, but we can't do that. But later in the game, when you get to, you know, oh, hey, we have a 2-inch main belt, 1-inch aft, and 4 belt, okay, at that point in time, you're looking really good in protection. Let's go ahead and increase the length of these 31 calibers. So that's looking pretty snazzy. We'll go with that. And we're coming in very under our tonnage, which allows us to really play with these, mind you. Like this right here, these are going to be absolutely great long term, because we're going to be able to sit on them, and because they're defensive destroyers, they're not offensive. These are what did the Broski refer to as green water? I think is the terminology. These are green water ships. These are meant to stay close to the coast and do the business of defending the coast rather than going out and meeting the enemy alongside the fleet. So we'll go ahead and we'll queue up a bunch of ships. We need to get the last 2 Macenas should be queued up. And then we also need to queue up our next destroyer squadron as well. Which, do we have any destroyer, or not destroyers, any cruisers in Le Havre? No, we do not. Okay, so we have no cruisers in Le Havre, which is perfect, because it means that we don't have to worry about shifting anything around. We can simply just queue the bastards up and go from there. Let's make sure we get all of these unlimited. We're trying to conserve cash right now for the simple fact that money is expensive. Money is very expensive. And then Le Havre, limited. Now the Arquebus. Actually, we didn't really talk about this thing. We can still use these. We can still use these. Because the little guys are meant for one thing and one thing only. They're meant to be screaming memes, flowing towards the enemy, and just being the absolute just chattiest of chads against the enemy. We are going to do some editing, however. We're going to go ahead and we're going to swap out their guns for 3-inch guns. We're only going to do 2 guns, a fore and aft gun. We're going to remove the single launcher, swap it out for a dual launcher. Now, yes, while this does reduce their effective firepower by removing 2 guns, we're increasing their overall effective damage output because, oh, hey, by the way, you have 2 torpedoes you're launching at once now, not just 1. So, yes, we are going to enjoy that a lot. We'll go ahead and we'll give them the upgraded tech for the shells and whatnot. Let's increase the length of these. And what this is also going to do is allow the torpedo boats to set off at like a skirmishing range. So, one of the things to understand about torpedo boats is that torpedo boats, they're so small and they're so fast on a normal basis. Can can I increase the effective speed of you at all? Could I put you up to 30? Can I put you to 29? Yeah. Okay, we'll do that. I want to stay around the 4,000 kilometer mark just for ambush purposes' sake. But getting back to what I was saying, for the purposes of, you know, oh, hey, you know, the enemy kind of has a good formation, they're supporting one another, being able to sit off and skirmish a little bit alongside the fleet, it's kind of important. The destroyers and the torpedo boats are meant to be screaming memes, but sometimes discretion is the better part of valor. And these things are coming in under a very, very small weight class at this point in time, which is cool. It means that, oh, hey, by the way, I can keep just having these things. Put four torpedo launchers or a quad launcher on the bitch and be able to just laugh as the enemy is like, wait, that little thing just launched 4 torps at us and took out one of our battleships. Like, what the hell just happened? Now, yes, I understand this series started way before I decided how to play torpedo boats from now on. I understand. You live and learn. The Chinese series is going to be fun, though. It's going to be very fun. All right, so let's go ahead and... I think we can actually refit every one of the arquebuses real quick. It'll drain our money. Man. We're off by just a little. Just a little, literally, I think 2. Yeah, we're off by 2. We're off by 2 of the little bastards. That's so annoying. It's like, I just want to finish you. But yeah, we're going to be draining our monthly our naval funds quite a bit with this, but it's not going to hurt us too bad. I'm also considering getting refits. Yeah, oh, wow, 1894. Okay. Wow. Okay, we haven't refit these ships in a while. We haven't... Actually, there's some Leon Gambes that we haven't refit yet. Oh, wow. Okay, well... Let's go ahead and let's also get these going. Wait, we got rid of the Voltaires, right? Okay, yes, we did. So I can get rid of that hull. And then we can go ahead and let's get refits of all the other ships. Of course, we have our beautiful St. Louis. These things are great. Like, honestly speaking, like just from their overall effectiveness, tonnage, and size, they're absolutely menacing. Let's go ahead and replace the funnels on the bad boys. If we can. Alright, yeah, we're going to have to... We're not going to be able to get the top tier funnel on them, but, it works. It works. Alright, and then... All the guns are getting an upgrade. All the secondaries are getting an upgrade. These still have basic steam engines in them. Oh my god. These are going to be an expensive refit. But that's fine. We will take it. Let's get all the base all the baseline upgrades going on these guys, just to make sure that they're good and properly set up. And then we can really play with the protection. So let's go ahead and let's go 1412. Okay. Actually, we're maxing out the side and barbettes. Let's go ahead and max those out. Let's go ahead and hit that up with 3 on the top. We'll just max out our overall protection. And then let's go ahead and let's go 3-inch main deck, 2-inch fore and aft, 2-inch superstructure. Then let's go 1.5 Citadel. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go 10 and 8 if we can. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Just a little ironclad, boys. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Like you sit and you're looking at this thing and you're like, oh, that thing is not gonna be able to do anything to us. And then it takes a hit. Actually, what if I were to... I wonder if I could... What would it cost to crank these up to 21 knots? Oh, not that much. Not that way. Huh. Huh. Yeah, I think we'll do that. The new and improved 1900s refit of the St. Louis. The floating hotel that could, bitches. Oh my god. Holy shit. 21 knots. This thing is going... Hold on. Is it... It's almost going as fast as the Beauvais. It's going almost as fast as the fucking Beauvais. Holy shit. Alright. We're going to go ahead and swap out these guns. We're going to go secondary guns. We're going to go 6-inch guns. Dual 6-inch guns on the sides there. Of course, we have our plethora of 4-inch guns. This thing is just crawling with 4-inch guns. Like, there's just so fucking many. We're going to swap those out because we want the better tech guns, period, end of story. We're going to go ahead and we're going to push this bad boy. We're going to get her moving quick. Let's... Oh, crap. Wonder... Yeah, we can do that. Let's go ahead and bring her back just to do that. She's looking pretty nice with that. And then this has an excellent arc of fire for our single forward gun. Do we have a barbette we could put on here? The barbette's just not tall enough. But could I get another? Hold on. Let's play with this a little more. Can I get another advanced funnel? Or enhanced funnel, I should say. Bring this back. Bring this back. It looks like a bloody steamer. We'll go ahead and we'll keep just baseline upgrades. Let's go ahead and really try to crank up the protection on this bad boy. At least moderately. All right. Oh! Holy shit! Holy fuck! This is why turbines are good tech. Holy shit. 24 knots. 24 knots on these bad boys. Oh. 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 And we used every ounce on this bitch. We used every single fucking ounce we could. That is ridiculous. Holy shit. Let's go ahead and let's finish up quickly with the refits to the cruisers. These are going to be very quick. But wow. Holy Christ. Christ almighty. Turbines. Now, some of you might be thinking, you know, this is a waste of time, a waste of resources. Why would you do this? The waste of time is actually not present. The reason being is because by being able to continuously use these older hulls that we already have around, it actually benefits us greatly from the perspective of, oh, hey, we can continue using ships that we've already produced, rather than producing new hulls. Damn it, I forgot that I could increase the length of the guns. And then, how much can we push this? Can we squeeze 25? 25 is just too much. Okay, I just want to put this into perspective, everybody. This is... Actually, you know what? We can probably actually play with this a little bit and get even more out of it. Yeah, this is the starting torpedo cruiser hull that you get. I've got it up to 24 knots. With over 10k kilometer range. Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's fucking ridiculous. And mind you guys, playing with the speed of your ships is a lot more possible now. It used to be kind of hard to do this, where you could actually play with the speed, play with the with things in a much more concise manner. It's so much easier now. Okay, so we can't have the turrets are just too big on these, so we are losing those, but that is fine. Let's go ahead and let's slap a 4-inch gun on the side there for the... Actually, you know what? Let's go the biggest secondary gun we can. Let's go the biggest. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. And then, of course, we now have the triple funnel 1 available, which is a huge upgrade. Let's pack this thing in as much as we can. Oh, yeah, that's right. That stupid thing right there. Let's see. Let's just line it up with the center. All right. And then, of course, let's go ahead and max out the range. Actually, could we possibly play with this a little more? Really increase that efficiency, because we want to increase this speed. So let's go ahead, swap out turbines, get all of our base level upgrades on it. All right, so protection-wise, let's go ahead and let's get these like so. Let's increase. Okay, the conning tower maxes out at that. Do we have a better tower for this? Okay, this, no. All right. Let's go 2, 2. All right, and then can we get her up to 24? No. Can we get her up to 23? Yes. But we're going to go 22 because I still want over a 10-kilometer range. And then we can also do this. Let's increase... Actually, let's keep it a 1-inch deck. Let's increase the belt. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. She looking snazzy. She looking real snazzy. And now, mind you, what this does is our entire fleet is going to be modernized at this point. All of our older ships, which, you know, mind you, the ships that we just created are a little on the slow side compared to the older shit at this point, which is hilarious. But what this does is, yes, it costs a lot of money. It's going to take a little bit of time to get it done. But this just increases the longevity of these ships. So hulls that we already built, that we don't have to really do much to. And yeah, it's just going to be better. But anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to let you go. I apologize for keeping you so long with my fangirling over designing boats. We all enjoy it. I'll talk to you next time. Have a good one.